It was a war between various bits of salad. As an experiment, an intriguing cultural experiment, I'm about to narrate 3 clips from Green Planet without having seen them before and knowing nothing about the subject, to see whether in fact anyone can narrate a natural history documentary. Okay, ready? Should we do this? Here we go. Deep in the jungle, a stringy plant stood in a clearing. Suddenly an insect was on top, waving his antennae and looking hungrily. Close by, climbing a tree, was another insect with red eyes, black eyes and a red head. He stroked his funny little things that were poking out of his head. He was very hungry and decided to fly up into the air. He was flying around. I feel I'm in the wrong tense. I'm going to shift to the present tense. And the flower is drifting away. It's getting further away because the insect is looking at it. The dragonfly wants to hug the flower. He loves it. Is he eating it or making love to it? Even he doesn't know, or she, because it could be a female dragonfly. A nearby insect is also excited by seeing a different insect wriggling with a different flower, or is it the same one? I honestly don't know. And suddenly he falls off. Was it an insect? Or is it a flower? Or no, he's back. I don't know what's going on. He seemed to hug the flower and then almost like he got tossed off, if you'll pardon the expression. This is so confusing. And there's another little insect still looking on. What are they trying to do? Okay, now they're all trying to get in on it. Meanwhile, some other dragonflies are more interested in a twig. And then that happened. The 2 dragonflies started getting busy. Were they getting jiggy? Oh, I'm so lost. I've got no idea what was happening in any of that. Though there was sex at the end, but why was the other dragonfly just looking on, kind of twitching, almost like a little peeping Tom in the woods? Isn't nature amazing? In far off Madagascar, there grows the matchstick bush, erecting itself vigorously into the air and covered with lethal, poisonous spikes. Close by, in a pond, a young matchstick tree is waggling its stalk as it emerges from the water. Oh, with its conch-like flower, opens up almost like a vulva. Can I say that? But it's a beautiful leaf, and in fact becomes a lily pad with spikes and emerges with its exquisite tendrils and ribs and its distinctive purple edges. Meanwhile, the busy water clover bustles, and we're about to see an animal. Please show me an animal. Please show me something that's not a plant. And the sea lettuce closes in. Sadly, the pond daisy lives only for a few days. There, I'm going a bit Attenborough. Before it must die. Sadly, an overabundance of these pads is taken over the water and choked it off, or maybe flourished in a way that's wonderful for the environment, creating a vast green solar panel, sucking up the sun's rays across hectares and acres of the waterlands. It's a lot harder when you don't have any actual animals is my aperçu on that one. You're working with green leaves, right? And that's about it. About the maximum level of excitement we had there was that some spiky leaves seemed to attack some other leaves. I use the term attack very loosely. It was a war between various bits of salad. Okay, we're in the woods, and there are leaves on the ground. But among the leaves, there is a large ball-like seed cabbage. Using time-lapse photography, we can see it grow. It's getting bigger. What is it? It's opening its leaves. It's going to be an enormous, beautiful flower. It peels back its fragrant petals to reveal a rugose surface of Rice Krispie-like corrugations, a carpet, tiny little hairs, some teeth. It's so beautiful. And a fly has gone inside. The fly can't resist the spines of the stinkwort flower, as it's called, and its milky, mucus-like nectar is irresistible to the Balinese rice pudding fly, drawn irresistibly to the nectar of the stinkwort. There we are. That was kind of cool, wasn't it? Apologies to all the species of flora and fauna that I misrepresented. I did the best I could. I think maybe I'm cut out for a form of documentary that is a little more human-focused. I will be gladly returning to my normal documentary mode. We'll leave that to David Attenborough. It's reassuring to have it confirmed that a little bit of research goes a long way. Knowing absolutely nothing turns out to be a bit of a handicap. Who knew?